Hello, greetings, beautiful, beautiful souls. So happy to be with you, and thank you so much for tuning into Movement Medicine Morsels. This week is 10 minutes of love, short, focused practices with a theme each day. Today's theme is Love Your Spine. We want to keep a wonderful posture and a supple, mobile spine for life. And the nice thing is that with some simple exercises and development of awareness, we can create that. You may hear some construction sounds in the background, but that's life, but we'll just continue anyways. I'm going to turn on my timer to stay on point, and let's begin seated. I invite you to take a moment to feel the ground. We really have support from below. This helps us feel stable. So feel the feet on the ground, feel your sit bones in your seat. So that takes care of the stability and grounding part. Now, the first direction for a healthy spine, in my mind anyways, it's one of the directions, but I like to do it first, is vertical alignment, sometimes called axial extension. So you probably feel a pretty good base, but now tap lightly at the top of your head and put an imaginary hook here with a beautiful cord. And let that cord gently elongate your spine as it pulls upwards, connecting to the heavens or perhaps even your own personal soul star. So I hope you're already feeling that there's an extra bit of elongation in the spine. And let's feel that for a moment, because of course, gravity is encouraging us to drop, and we've probably all seen elders in our family or on the street that have some kind of posture like this. You may have even felt it starting in yourself. So we bring that elongation, and this creates a lovely posture and may even shift your outlook on things. We can change our posture to change our thinking, or we can change our thinking to change our posture. They really work together. Let's add a little bit to this. I'll slide back so you can see a bit more. And we're sitting tall and we have our feet planted, and feel very confident. Put on a posture of confidence. The chest is open, you're nice and elongated. And we're going to inhale and reach out through the fingertips, paint a big circle, reach overhead, interlace our fingers, come back to vertical, and press the palms up, using this gesture to further elongate our spines. Take a nice breath in, fill your chest. We've got lots of room in the lungs. Exhale with softly open mouth. Inhale, breathe in the sky. Exhale, softly let everything out without losing one bit of height. You can get taller, but don't get shorter. And on this one, exhale and release the elbows. Inhale, breathe in through the lungs, and exhale, float the hands down. And just rest for a moment. See what that feels like to have a beautifully tall spine. Now we're going to do one more spinal movement on the chair before we shift to standing up. And of course, you can stay seated if that's your preference, but I do invite you to maintain this vertical alignment and remember it as many times during the day. For example, today you might find, oh, you're sitting at the computer, you forget you do this, but then you see a reflection of yourself in the mirror or in the computer screen and you go, oh, that's a reminder. So you don't beat yourself up that you got slouchy. You just go, oh, how wonderful that I've been woken up to remember to come into that beautiful tall spine. So the next movement we're going to do is doing some pelvic tilting, but I like to call this a scoop. And we want to literally, I'll show you with my hands, as we exhale, scoop down, the tail rolls forward. The direction of my hands is showing you the action of the pelvis. And on the inhalation, there is an arching. You can even talk with your hands with me. Exhale, glide the hands along the sides of the hips. Imagine you're scooping the tail under, and that tilts your pubic bone up and your waistline back. And as you inhale, you release into a gentle arch. Exhale, scoop the tailbone under, getting a nice hollowed lift in the front of the body. And inhale, release. It's almost like a wheel. When you scoop down, the pubic bone comes up, and then we're releasing back. So let's do one more of these. Scooping under. I just want you to see one thing. So if you can just look at the computer or whatever your device is, we want to end up with our shoulders over our hips. I see a lot of people doing a scoop that ends up with the chest too far forward, and this can add to back strain. So scooping under, roll the shoulders forward, exhale, inhale, scooping the waist forward, expand the chest, exhale. So this is spine adding some hips and some shoulders. And let's do two more, focusing on the breath. Let it all out. Let it flow in and change you. Let it out and let that change the shape. Let it in and let that change the shape. And come back to your lovely vertical alignment where you're suspended, you're supported by the earth below, and held by the sky. If you'd like to join me in standing, this would be our time to stand. And we translate into standing what we did in sitting. We feel our feet. We feel the drop of our tailbone. We feel the elongation through the crown. And let's do one more inhalation to bring the fingers together, interlace them, and exhale, press up. And we're going to step the feet a little wider. We want that vertical alignment underpinning every other spinal movement we do. So side bending. Exhale, let the hips reach one way and reach. You want to get a nice elongation. Inhale, come up, and exhale, reach. Fill yourself with your inhalation. Let that tell you how much time you have to stretch up, and use the whole exhalation to reach over. Inhale up and exhale, and finish one more set. I've lost track. It happens to me sometimes. If you've been counting, make sure you get the right number. All right. And releasing the arms down without losing that beautiful elongation. So we've done vertical alignment, we've done flexion and extension, flexion, extension. We've done a form of lateral bending. We're almost there. Last one that's really important for the spine is twisting or rotation. So zip up your spine in your vertical alignment, but soften your knees, keep a little bit of bounce going. And here we're going to swing and wrap. Now you can keep both feet flat on the ground, keeping the grounded feeling. That's going to give you a little extra pulling in the tendons of your lower legs. But if you want a little bit more movement or some extra air conditioning, you can lift that back heel. Keep that vertical alignment and let the arms be flowing. We're not controlling the arms. We've got heavy hands, and that heaviness allows the arms to drape low. And maybe you've got one hand knocking you at the back of the waist or that region, and the other hand in front. And this gives us a little extra, hello, kidneys, I love you, kidneys, giving a little bit of circulation. Okay, let's bring that to a gentle close. And remember that our basic position is vertical alignment, connecting to suspension from the sky and rooting to the earth. Okay, let's try a little undulation. So this is where that scoop under comes in. So let's just bend the knees a little bit as though you're sitting in an air chair. And as you exhale, scoop the tail under, maintaining the shoulders over the hips, and then swing the tail back. You can add your arms. Exhale, scoop under in a C curve, and inhale, release. Now here comes the undulation. Exhale, we're curved in a cat. As we inhale, shift the knees forward, let the hips roll through, then the chest. You can even trace up with your hands. Big stretch up at the culmination of the inhale. And as you exhale, come vertical, lower your arms and curl your tail under into the scoop. Backs of the hands together. Inhale, knees forward, hips forward, lengthening the front of the body, the chest. Lovely stretch. Come vertical. Exhale and scoop the tail under. Inhale, knees come forward, then the hips, then the abdomen, then the chest, the throat, and you open up. And exhale, come vertical. I'll do one facing this direction. You come into the cat. We've got time for one more. Those are the chimes that tell us we've had our 10 minutes, but let's finish with one more. Cat as you exhale. Inhale, knees come forward, then the hips. The hands trace up the front of the body and release in a lovely tiny back bend or beautiful vertical. You can be more upright and breathe in the sky. Fill yourself with beautiful energy, release what you don't need. And on one more inhalation, come vertical, palms together, and exhale, paint a beautiful rainbow of healing light all the way around you. Fold the hands over the low belly, bring the feet comfortably close together. You can do this seated too. Connect to earth below with stability, to sky above with suspension. And let yourself smile and breathe, feeling the breath swell your belly and then release from your belly. And sway like a calm, supple, fresh stalk of bamboo, a beautiful example of vertical alignment. Smiling and breathing. Remember this feeling, and today, remember vertical alignment. Remember that whatever you do, whether you're walking, you can be suspended and walking tall. You can sit down tall. You can bend over to pick something up and see how vertical alignment works for you and what results and feeling it gives you. I thank you so much always for joining. I really value your participation so much, and many blessings. We'll see you next time. Tell your friends if you like this. Tune in again every day, Monday to Friday. Blessings to you.